In just a bit, Sanjay Singh, former Deputy Director of ED is with us. Siddharth Sharma, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party with us. Siddharth, let me begin with you. The ASG Raju batting for the ED's case in court today actually, made a pun around the Aam Aadmi Party's name and said that if the Aam Aadmi has to go to jail if they commit a crime, what special rules can the Chief Minister ask for? You cannot say that because I'm a Chief Minister, I cannot be put behind bars or I cannot be investigated. He even went on to say that this whole bogey of elections, timing, is just to divert attention. Now, elections may be upon us, but that doesn't mean you cannot be arrested if there is a grave charge against you.
Yeah, Shivani, I think when the Supreme Court, the biggest court of the land, has spoken the truth, I think we should be very precise with what they have said. There is not much left to say. What has essentially clearly transpired is that in the Supreme Court has clearly said that if there is money trail, there is jail. And if there is no money trail, the case is so fail that you can get bail. That is in Sanjay Singh's case. Now, in that, by the same implication, BJP, since it has confessed to 60 crore of its own money, of money from Sharath Reddy, who was an ED accused, the proceeds of the crime landing up at BJP's bank accounts, essentially BJP is saying that Mia Kalpa, I am the liquor scam beneficiary. So the moot question here is that when is the BJP's Pradhanji deciding to save the ED's time as well as the judiciary's time and surrendering to the ED and saying that yes, the proceeds of crime are with me, please start prosecuting me. Essentially what has happened yesterday is that the electoral bonds clearly showed that BJP is a Bhrashtachari party. By putting Arvind Kejriwal in jail, BJP is also saying that it is an Atyachari party.
Okay, one second. You're mixing a few things together.
I rest my case.
No, one second. You're mixing a few things together. What happened in court yesterday, let's not mix it with any political rhetoric. Also, what happened in court yesterday was not, as you said, the Supreme Court saying that if there is no money trail, that the person has to be given bail. The Supreme Court did not say that or imply that at all. In fact, today in the court, in the case of Arvind Kejriwal's plea, the ED has very categorically said that one, role is not required to be looked at. What is required to be looked at is that he was responsible for the affairs of the party or the company concerned. The money trail is there. We have located the money trail. The money may have been used and that is why it cannot be found. And in fact, the charge against Sanjay Singh is also that he got funds for party use. And if they were used in election, then obviously those funds are going to be, those funds have evaporated. They have been used. So it's not about finding those funds per se. What the court has also, what the ED interestingly has also said today is, again, that it is not essential to find that money trail in terms of finding that cash, but they are confident that there is a money trail and they will establish that money trail in terms of other aspects. But Siddharth, I continue with you. Pratyush Kant of the BJP is also joining us. The question I ask you is this. Some of the fundamental arguments of Arvind Kejriwal today in court are that I am a sitting chief minister, I am a politician, an opposition politician, and elections are upon us. But as the ED argued today, elections could be tomorrow. But if the agencies believe you've committed a crime or there is a serious charge against you, you cannot say you have immunity from arrest. That's the main point.
Is that question to me, Shivani, or to someone else?
To you.
So are you saying that Arvind Kejriwal and his advocates cannot make any submissions in court? They should accept whatever ED says? Then the moot question is, ED is not independent. Miss Banswi Swaraj, who is the BJP candidate from New Delhi, also appears for the ED. So that clearly shows that the ED is not a supreme body. Second thing, after yesterday's judgment, I think you would be very clear that the ED is not a supreme body. The supreme body is the Supreme Court of India. And incidentally, the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, has said in a Mia Kalpa that he is behind putting Arvind Kejriwal in jail, because he essentially has said that he is going to fight the corruption battle. Now, Mr. Modi says that he is going to fight the corruption battle. On the other hand, you say that the ED is independent, and on the third hand, ED has an advocate which is a BJP candidate. What does it make?
Okay.
Essentially, what
on the BJP candidate, I think it has been clarified by ED, but I'll let Pratyush Kant answer that. You didn't answer my question.
I'll answer.
Siddharth.
I'll come to that. I'll come
No,
to
but
that.
when are you going to come to that? This is the second, third time I'm asking you the question. I don't have unlimited time. You've made your arguments, but please address the issue I'm questioning. The political argument. Does it stand in court that because elections are coming up, that's why you can't act against me?
Miss Shivani Gupta, you will have to understand that you are not the court. I'm not the criminal here for you to ask me anything, and I'm subjugated to answering your questions. I'm here to make my submissions. Either you hear me or you don't hear me. It's for the
Are you going to get to it?
Viewers to judge. My question is very simple. The answer to your question is Arvind Kejriwal right now in custody. He's reeling BJP in. He's making sure that the trial goes faster and faster. And once the trial starts, BJP has since it's done a mea culpa by saying that the ED accused proceeds of the crime of the Delhi liquor scam has arrived at its doorstep. It is going to get convicted. It's as simple as that. Arvind Kejriwal is essentially reeling BJP in, sitting in a custody. That's what he's doing.
I didn't understand what you meant by that, but in any case, I'll go to Pratyush Kant on the Basuri Swaraj connection that